Welcome everybody to this new video on my channel. If you have ever read one of these sentences that you can't be as fast on a PSVR2 or you can't be as fast on a controller or a PSVR2 is just not as fast as a screen, then you definitely clicked on the right video because we want to do two things actually today. First things we want to do is we want to try to debug the myth that you can't be as fast on a PSVR2 that you can be on every other screen. The second thing we want to do, which actually leads up really nicely to it, is to discuss my biggest reason why I think people are not as fast and don't progress as fast in sim racing as they could be. So that's the two things we're going to do today. And first, what we are going to do is we are actually going to start with a short video of me racing in Top Split. Maybe you remember this race. There was Le Mans probably 2 weeks ago, and I had an epic race in the very top split. And they were just, probably one of the best drivers in the world out there. And we're not going to do the full race. We are just hopping in right now into the last lap and just have a look how I was holding up with the PSVR2 on my face against, the best drivers in the world. That's the drivers you're going to see fighting for 470 points, for 475 points for the live events. I don't want to do the 20 minutes video of the 5 laps, but the last lap I think was a good one. So let's try to hop into it. And as mentioned, after that race, we are going to discuss a little bit more into detail what I think is the biggest reason why people are not progressing as they could be. A proper start here. Slipstream just pinned it right in front of us. Everyone went into the pits now, and we are going to P6 on the last lap of Le Mans, of this top split race. As you can see here on the very left, if you're familiar with these names, we have Mano Rodriguez, Digit, Algrom, Kelstar, Constar, Zeze, New GT, Lopez, and I think Zeziak is on P9 currently. And we are here on P6, going to the last straight, taking the last fast right-hander. I think that's a really good corner for me, maybe for VR, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely pretty strong at that one. Onto these long straights. Good for us. We are having a penalty here. Zeze just got a 1 second penalty. That's going to be really costly at Le Mans. But before that, it's going to be really important that the slipstream was quite strong in this race, but we really need to make sure that they don't catch up too much, and we going into the that's the main goal here right now. We go into the Dunlop curves as P6 or as best as we can, because there the slipstream and the bad air will come into place, and if we can make it into the Dunlop curves at the very end, we should bring this result home, which would be an absolutely great result. In this race, our qualifying was P130. You will get a screenshot of that right now as a global qualifier. And lately I have done in the last daily C at Lago Maggiore, I was P75, and currently I am P83, but this one is not yet done. So as you can see, you can definitely get a top 100 time with VR, and by all means, I don't think I think there are good laps, but I think there's much more in the tank, and still absolutely on me a driver error and room for improvement, especially here on Le Mans as well. But let's focus on the race. As you can see, Zeze is really closing up, but actually working with me. That's of course really important. It's not trying to go for the overtake. He's trying to use my slipstream to get away from P8 there. And we are really heading into the last corners now. And after this, and Zeze actually made a mistake, so that's another thing you definitely have to keep in mind. Everyone does mistakes. It doesn't matter on which level. You just always push for your limit, and that can always something can happen. And this happens in Top Split and in any other driving skill area, I believe. Alright, Dunlop curves, my favorite curve maybe of the turns of the whole game. Some cars are even better than others. This is definitely a good car, but a Group 3 car, even more fun. Don't nail them perfectly, because yes, it's last lap. Top split would have been a really great result if I bring this home here. Getting this last turn, as I said, there are a lot of dirty air in these corners, so if you don't make a big mistake, you should actually bring it home. Last couple of turns. And back on the straight, definitely being a little bit more careful there. But yes, bringing it home. P6 and top split with top split drivers in a PSVR2. Alright, from my point of view, my opinion, that gives me enough answers to actually say I do definitely think you can be as fast on a PSVR2 than on any other screen you can put out there. Of course, there hasn't been a world record yet. No one has been to the live events, and there are some drawbacks, but I don't think they're about the pace. Much appreciated what you think about this case. If you think in the comments there are some drawbacks when it comes to speed or not, or will there be a world record in VR soon or not, and how fast you can actually go. But secondly, another thing I wanted to talk about is of course the reason you probably clicked as well this video, which is why I think most people don't progress as fast as they can be. So when I bought these PSVR2, when I bought the PS5, and I went into this group, and I went into the scene of GT7, all I read about was, yeah, it's super nice, but you can't be as fast on a PSVR2 than you can on a screen. You will never be as fast as the people on the screen. So people had this PSVR2 on their face and thought they can't be as fast because of their equipment. And the same thing applies to so many other things. People think, yeah, or say or write, yeah, I can't be as fast because I'm on a controller. Yeah, but, and you know, they even say, yeah, I can't be as fast because I don't have a load cell brake. And all these things, all these myths have been debunked quite many times yet. So we have, even in this lobby, you just saw, there were 2 controller players. Kelster is a controller player, and Konstantin is for sure a controller player, and even Lewis is on controller. So this is another myth we, like, many times has been busted, basically. All the World Tour drivers are actually on a normal pedal, no load cell pedal, because on the live events, that's what they have to drive with, and that's how they set these world records. And my father actually was a professional tennis coach, and one of the first things he mentioned to me was, Steven, the biggest mistake people actually do when they really want to get the best of themselves is, and when it doesn't work immediately, they blame their equipment, they blame their circumstances. And that's really understandable and a really intuitive thing to do, because then you don't need to blame yourself. And it is the easier way, and don't get me wrong, it's the easier way, it's nice. But if you're actually serious about progressing, then that's really the worst thing you can do, because then you stop actually working on the most important part, which can make you fast, which is yourself. So, and that's the big drawback when you blame your equipment. You can be as fast, like you can be as fast on a controller, you can be as fast on a wheel, and you can be as fast on a PSVR 2. And then you start to work on the right things. You start working on your brake points, you're working on your trail braking, you're working on your lines, and you're not holding yourself back because, yeah, I can't be as fast because of this, that, and that, and that. You definitely can be as fast, and it's all in your hands and in your feet, basically. And that's the big opportunity there, the power that you actually, don't kid yourself, basically. So yeah, let me know as well in the comments, do you found yourself blaming your equipment? I mean, we all do, we all tend to do it. It's the really easiest thing to do. But as I mentioned, the big drawback there is then you lose focus where you actually should be working on, and that is yourself. Because yeah, you're just looking at all these other things. And if you have this wheel in your hand and have this goggle on your face, and you, from the very first second, you believe, yeah, but I can't be as fast as all the other fastest guys, then you already lost half a second. straight up. Even just this mindset to have. But then as well, the second big drawback is you stop working on your technique. You stop working on yourself because you think, yeah, this 1 second is probably because I'm on a controller, but it's not. Or this 1 second is there because I have the PSVR 2 on. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments what you think about my opinion. Of course, it's my opinion, but that's what I learned in my years in sports in general. And I could really see it in this GT7 scene quite a lot in all these groups. Everyone was always saying, yeah, I'm just that fast because I'm on a controller, or I'm just that fast because I don't have the load cell yet, or if I would have the load cell, I would be faster. Or you name it. You know, there's for every circumstances an excuse, but the reality is it's all in your head and it's all in your hands and legs, basically. If you watch this video to the end, I have one more surprise for you. I want to introduce a new thing, but I need to learn as well. And I see that as a big opportunity. And I want to give away 4 hours of coaching for free. Don't get me wrong, I have never done this myself. I definitely plan to do something like this down the road. So it's going to be a learning experience for me and a really important one. And of course, hopefully for you as well. That's why I'm doing it completely for free. 4 hours of coaching. If you want to and want to apply for it, it's going to be a lottery basically. 3 things you need to do to apply for it. First, of course, you need to be a subscriber to this channel. Second of all, you need to share this video with one more person. And the third thing you need to do, let me know in the comments the one aspect of your racing where you think is suffering the most and what is holding you back. We are on the 15th of April today when I do this video. I will probably release this video around the 18th or 19th. So you can apply for this 4 hours of free coaching until the 1st of May. So get into the comments, guys. Let me know if you want to have a coaching, where and specifically why you want to have this coaching. And yeah, let's get it on the road, guys.